All right, Bears win. Big one in London. Welcome back to the BFR Podcast presented by Sports Mockery. It's another really awesome post-game instant reaction show. Obviously, the Bears have scored 30-plus in 2 straight games. Vibes are high. We're heading into the bye week, boys. I'm going to start with you, Ficky. Like always, instant reactions from this, another blowout victory.
Yo, look, how can we not be super excited about this? Caleb Williams broke so many rookie pisses.
Wait, time out. You're so used to bad post games.
I am.
That is hilarious. I love that.
PTSD.
The honest Bears fan coming out in you. It's weird, man. Feels good.
Wrong P word. How can you not be pumped about this game? Caleb Williams, first rookie quarterback for the Bears. All right, bars low, but 4 touchdowns in this game. Could have had 5 passing as well. Crazy to Keenan also went off. Like overall, this offense looked great. I will say though, in the very beginning, first quarter, I'm looking at like, yo, can this team please ever start off hot? And they can. They just can't at this point. But if it means we get 30 points and we beat out bad teams like we should, then so be it. But we would like to be able to score some points in that first quarter because I think, crazy stat, every game this season, we have been trailing to every opponent. At one point, that means we have allowed them to either score first or we only score 3 and then they score 7 to follow up. So we've been trailing in the first quarter every year. But in the second half, and we've talked about this for weeks, this team is like a whole nother team. You want to get on Flus about some of it, some of the other mismanagement of time or challenges, things like that. One thing he has done well is adjust. And in the second half against all of these teams, everyone, good ones like Houston, bad ones like the Panthers, he has adjusted in that second half, and they have dominated the second half of ball. If we could just get the first quarter to get going, get on a faster start, this team could be dangerous. But overall, bro, like this was a crazy game, the breakout game we're expecting from Caleb, and we finally got it over the pond.
I like you said there could be dangerous, but I'm going to go a step further. This team is dangerous. 4-2. Probably should be 5-1 with that Indy game when you had Anthony Richardson just giving that game away. But Caleb and the offense just weren't cooking. They weren't ready. But this team is – you do not want to play this team right now because, first of all phases, all levels, special teams forcing fumbles. We got Torrey Taylor back there. We have the Bears defense that is banged up and still able to – it's next man up, right? Obviously, you hate to see the injuries. Kyler Gordon, we'll get to that later. But the defense, even the coaching – has taken it up a notch or 2 on all levels. Shane Waldron, give him his flowers. He's not a first quarter OC at all, but quarters 2 through 4, holy fuck. This guy is, you got to give him props. Same with Matt Eberflus. His energy running down the sideline in that first or end of the second quarter, calling that timeout, the injury, almost breaking his headset. Just the turnaround in general with this team. And then you have Caleb Williams, who is, I'm not going to say it. This is what they were saying on NFL Network. International superstar. Are you kidding me? When's the last time you heard superstar in a Bears quarterback, right?
Not even star.
And then you get international superstar. I mean, it's just, it was just like floating on cloud 9. This team, honestly, going into the bye could not be better right now. 4-2. Offense is scary. You get Keenan Allen involved, right? Rome had a quieter day. DJ had a quieter day. But then you got Cole Kmet and then Keenan Allen just 4 touchdowns, right? DeAndre Swift looks insane. He's continued his 3-game stat line is – I have it up here, but we'll get to that in a minute. It's just overall, how can you not be high on the Bears right now? I think there's talking about like Super Bowl talk, right, Jack? I won't go that far, but it's like 4-2. You can smell – the playoffs right now. Like it's that the vibes are that high in London and in Chicago. You got Green Bay sucks chance in London. I mean, the Bears fans, we're just doing it right. We're feeling good. So I'll leave it to you, Jack. How are you feeling, man?
So I think the Bears have a good chance. I would say 60% chance that we are in the NFC Championship. At this point, this is the greatest team. It literally gives me the vibes of watching like 2020 Chiefs. Like that's the vibe I get where like we get the ball and I'm like, we're scoring points on this drive every time. Dave, you said it last week too. And then you just said it now. Like this team is a team. There's no way that any of the other 31 are like, I want to play this team or like we can figure this out. Caleb Williams is the best. The defense is the best, even when we're not full staff. I said this like before the season even started, top 5 offense, top 5 defense. This is what it looks like. We might go to the Super Bowl. We might do it. I'm not counting that out. I don't think it's irrational. I don't. I think that this team, like, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, we played the Jags and we played the Panthers." Fuck that, bro. Like we can only beat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's not even that. They're not just beating, they're fucking destroying these teams.
Exactly.
They are out. These teams are out of the game by mid-third quarter. And that is what you're supposed to do.
You know what a big key of that is, though? I know we're so in love with the offense and that it's finally found its groove, which it has. Hats off. But it's the defense. Again, the defense shut out the Jaguars, right? They march down, bend, don't break, and then they also get so many turnovers that the offense doesn't have to
one
march
taken away too. I mean that
for sure.
Edwards, or was it Edmonds' forced fumble that was overturned? Fuck that. That was terrible. But two, I hear you, Ficky. The defense is insane. However, they had a great performance in the third quarter, or I'm sorry, against the Colts, right? But our offense could not score points.
True.
And so we got our shit. We still lost because we couldn't. So for me, it's like it's complimentary football, but it's not even that. The Bears are scoring touchdowns off turnovers, not just scoring points like a field goal. It is touchdown, 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 and that's rare.
Which was the opposite of what we saw weeks 1 through 3. There were so many times that we saw that we could every time we'd get a turnover, Jack, like in the first half, right? Mm-hmm. Not first half, sorry. We'd get a turnover near the half marker, the 50-yard line. We couldn't score there in weeks 1 through 3. Yeah. We'd be lucky to get a field goal. There's times where I think there's one drive I remember. I think it was the Colts where we got a turnover on like our own 45, and we ended up like getting like 2 penalties and ended up having to punt. So going back to Dave's point, the biggest key now is that the defense is still doing what the defense does, but now the offense is actually capitalizing on very favorable situations. When you only have to march 30 yards to get points, you better do that. Right? I'm not expecting you to score a touchdown when you start on your own 10, but when you start on the 50-yard line or the 40-yard line, you better get at least 3 points. And we're starting to see that because this offense is clicking. And a big key to that is those trenches, right? Because what do we have again? What do we have again that helped in the first half that we saw from DeAndre Swift was we were able to run the ball. There was one drive where I think we ran it like 6 times in a row, got into like, I'd say 40-yard line, 30-yard line. And then we started making passes to get into the end zone. But it's like we were able to dominate rushing the ball down. Then you have play actions, you have boots, and you let Caleb do his magic. So as long as this run game can stay consistent and keep moving like that, and I'm not even saying going like 150 yards, but if you can give me 80 to 100 yards a game, watch out because everything else opens up.
Yeah, let's get to the Caleb tracker real quick, just to kind of recap his game, because the stats in this one, not just with the quarterback, but just everywhere across the board, are really fun to look at. But let's go ahead and bring in his recap.
All right, so Caleb Williams had a fantastic day at the office today. He went 23 for 29, 226 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, could have been 5, 1 interception, which was probably his only bad play of the day, which is a horrible throw. Rushing yards looked pretty good, 56 yards, and he ended up with a quarterback rating of 124.4, which is a fantastic day at the office.
I want to say this too. The stats are great. Caleb is playing at such a high level, but he's still making rookie mistakes. He's still leaving plays out there. And that's what's scary. I mean, that's what's awesome when you talk about elite young quarterbacks, CJ Stroud, you got Jaden Daniels. I mean, Caleb Williams is up there and he is ascending quickly. It's really fun. Jaden Daniels I think he's thrown how many touchdowns?
Yes, 4 touchdowns.
4. Caleb had 4 in one game. Yeah. Right. It's just, I know we don't want to compare. It's fun to see these two, but like Caleb is playing at such a high level right now, especially in the last 3 weeks. And the biggest thing with Caleb post-game interview, because you talked about that interception, Ficky, that was the first thing he brought up. Go on NFL Network, go and watch it. It's probably on YouTube. It's on my Twitter. It's making its ways on socials, but it's like the first thing he talks about is like, hey, I gotta limit my turnovers, right? He's got to take care of the ball. He also admitted, hey, I had DJ. This was a touchdown, right? You throw it to the pylon, it's a touchdown. And the way that he is talking and like handling himself, he's just so confident, but he just understands like, I can get better, right? And he expects so highly of himself, more than even us, right? As Bears fans, I selfishly wanted 5 touchdowns. I was damn, are you kidding me, DJ? Like, get in. But it was really fun. Overall, just a great game. But the way that Caleb is really progressing at just a rapid rate is something I didn't even expect, right? I understood it was going to take some time, especially early on. I was like, this is going to be rocky. But it's like every single week. I think there was I had his passer rating. If you want me to bring it up real quick, Vic,
Yeah,
if you don't mind.
I think that's what we had, right? 124.
No, passer rating over the last 4 games. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
It's just the improvement is awesome. So the last 3 weeks, I'll start with that. 106.6, 126.2, and then today 124.5. He is just ascending, like I said. And then what's even crazier, his last 4 games, Ficky and Jack, he's 93 of 133, 1,042 passing yards, 9 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, 109.5 passer rating.
I'll take that every day.
So I mean, and he's leaving stuff out there. His deep ball isn't even here yet, which is a staple in college, but it's not even here, right? It's gotten better. He's making bigger plays, especially in that intermediate 20, 25 plus, or 25 yards. It's money. But overall, it's just he's going to get better. And that's what's so fun as a Bears fan, because we have never, ever, my uncle said it. He's like, I have never seen this ever. The way that he is processing and getting the ball out, they showed it on the broadcast, but it's like 2.2 seconds, 2.3 seconds, 2.3 seconds again. It's quick. It's decisive. You're seeing him also on the replays, going from right to left, back to the middle, calm, right? It's something that we just are not used to, but we better get used to it.
When we were looking at Caleb Williams before the draft, right? One of the biggest things that I was like, what the Bears have never had is a quarterback who is really good in the pocket with feeling pressure. I thought that was his biggest factor, and nobody really talked about it as much because the arm talent's all there. We've seen it even from week 1, even though he was missing in passes and whatnot, his presence in the pocket is absurd. He is able to understand where the pressure's at. Sometimes he even turns around to see where the person's at, able to then look back forward, shift left, shift right. He's a magician back there. And though all of them don't end in big splashy plays, he gives himself the opportunity for that to happen. And also another key piece, right, which is great to see, is that when he does break the pocket, and he starts to do more of that Houdini stuff, he is always looking downfield. I swear he doesn't stop looking downfield until he immediately crosses the line of scrimmage. And then obviously you can't pass the ball then. So having that, I feel that's Aaron Rodgers-esque. That's what he was a GOAT for, one of many things. But having that type of vision and having that kind of be your way of thinking for every pass, it's going to come up later down the road. And we're going to see some big splashy plays.
Real quick.
Yet. Yeah.
Alex Hamilton, I just want to bring it up. Komet winning angry runs. I went ahead and tweeted at Kyle Brandt, friend of the show, but he has to win. That was nasty. Sure. That he punished. It was number 5, I think. That was just. I know I'm cutting you off there, Vic, but no, you're good. I was at the end.
Yeah, no, he went nuts, and I know we'll talk about Komet here later. But speaking of Caleb, let's check out where he's at on the path to 4,000 yards. Jack, if you don't mind bringing that up. All right, as we can see here, Caleb Williams today had 226 yards against Jacksonville. Ironically, I think his average last week, but prior to this game, was 218 yards. So this week he was 226. So the needle doesn't move that much. He's still on pace to not hit 4,000 yards. But what is great to see is that his touchdown to interception ratio is starting to look real nice, specifically these past 5, week 7, so past 4 games. So that's great to see. So as we can see here, he needs to get to an average. He needs to end the season with 235 yards per game. Right now he's at 219, and to reach that, he needs to average about 244. Can that be done? I still think so. I think we talked about in our pregame. I think we all believe that can happen. But either way, he's going to be breaking records within the next couple of weeks. I think he only needs a couple more touchdowns to break the rookie touchdown record. He broke some records today for Bears rookie stuff, 4 touchdowns in a game. Also, they're talking about international superstar. They said that because he scored 4 touchdowns in London, and that's never been done. Now, small sample size of London games, but the first to do a lot of things today. And that's never the case, at least in a good way. That's never the case for a Chicago Bears quarterback.
Yeah. I'm going to say it now. If he stays healthy, he's throwing for 4K because he's not hitting on that deep ball consistently. Right now, he hits a couple, here and there, but it's just not there yet. And this Bears offense, I think, is just going to continue to get better. I think they're going to have to score a lot of points, especially they're already doing that. But when you play against, some of these other teams coming up in the schedule, high-powered offenses. Now the defense get more tough as well. But I think he's going to get there, man. And like I said, maybe it's the Kool-Aid. You're scoring 35 plus first time since 2000 or something.
Yeah,
I don't even know. It's just the records are insane. But I think those London stats cracked me up because I think there was another one. It was like first rookie quarterback to throw for 4 touchdowns in London. And I'm like, well,
there's
okay.
only been like 5, 6.
I love that. I'm going to retweet it. I'm going to like it. My agenda is looking really fucking good right now, but that one makes me laugh.
Yeah, for sure. Do we want to take a look at the game recap before we kind of break down players of it? So, all right. So as we know, this was a bloodbath for the Bears. Bears end up winning 35. I made this graphic right before the Cairo Santos.
Well, he should have made it.
Yeah, I thought that was an easy one. It was 35-16. We did have 5 touchdowns, 0 field goals because I got blocked. They had 2 touchdowns, 1 field goal. Passing yards about the same for each team, 221 to 210. But here's the key, which I talked about: 152 rushing yards, like 90 from Swift, 50 plus from Caleb. That's great to see. And the defense, the weakest part of our defense has been the rush defense, and the best part of the Jags offense has been their running game, right, all season. And it looks like the defense came out on top of it. So a big key component there. So also we had 25 first downs. So there's 17. Both of us had 1 interception. Our defense forced 2 fumbles, I think, and recovered 1. Our special teams also had another 1. And then sacks, we had 3. I mean, we had 4 on them, and then we gave up 3. So overall, I think the defense really showed up.
I was at my uncle's today watching the game, and the thing I kept on saying was, where is this run game from Jacksonville? And the Bears, it's a testament to their defense and their game planning, right? Coaching. It's just they shut it down. Outside that first drive for Jacksonville, which was very long,
crazy.
It was like, it pissed me off. Those drives they aggravate me, and they kind of just come in that first quarter. But oddly enough, they were getting gashed by Trevor Lawrence that drive. Not even the run, but all day they really kind of just stopped the run. Maybe one thing I would work on here is maybe returns. I feel like they were giving up some bigger returns this game, but again, it's just like, they just continue to make plays though when you needed it. And it was it's a fun team. I even said it had 2018 vibes as far as just getting turnovers at opportune times. It's uncanny. It's really fun to watch if you're a Bears fan. And I really feel for Caleb Williams, it's just got to feel so good to have, that support both on special teams and the defense. And of course the offense, but it's like those other 2 phases are so good. They can help out, back you up. That interception, what did the Bears defense do right after it?
Stop them.
3 and out.
Yep.
We got you, buddy. And then Caleb's like, all right, I'm going to go. The way he was able to, how you hear built different, right? I think it's cliche, but it's like, it's seriously Caleb, because like he just came right back out, ignored the play. Obviously he had a touchdown. He's frustrated, but it's like he went right back down, got 7. And you just see the passion, the excitement, and how focused he is. I truly believe he's exactly what Chicago needs, because this is where a market that can kill it. We kill quarterbacks' confidence very easily. You saw Mitch. I mean, you could say Justin was shaking a little bit at times. He never showed it, but the way he played, sometimes you could feel that the pressure might be getting to him. But it's like Caleb, no matter what, it feels like he is just so calm, very confident, and he's delivering. He's delivering at least in the last couple of weeks, at a high rate. So,
well, that's what happens when you're drafted by number 1 overall by the 9th worst team, right? You're falling into a team. We've said this ad nauseum, but you came to a team that won 7 games last year, right? That normally doesn't happen. The best prospect normally goes to a team that maybe won 3 at most, 4 if you're lucky, right? This team was fighting for the playoffs last year, and most of that was due to their defense. And so the defense didn't really lose anyone. A lot of the younger guys got a little bit older, so you hope they got a little bit better, which we're starting to see. So it was really just, if Caleb can kind of get into his groove, which we're starting to see, Shane Waldron can get into his groove like we're starting to see, then maybe this team can be something. And then one last comment, I want to get Jack's thoughts on this, was the first quarter, most of this year, have been 3 and outs by the offense and then long drives by the opposing team. So that means we've probably watched at this point, no joke, right? Because 3 and outs are pretty quick. It's like 2 minutes or so. We've probably watched a full game of an opponent having the ball in the first quarter. If you were to take all the first quarters from the first 6 seasons,
that's wild.
6 games, every game. Every game, because we didn't score our first quarter touchdown till last week. So you just made a comment about that, and I'm like, oh my God, we've easily seen a game and a half of just like watching an opponent march down the field and score to start the game too when you're most hyped and ready to go. So, but Jack, what are you thinking about this team with Caleb Williams finding his groove, defense? Like, how are you feeling? Muted, so obviously you're speechless. Lost for words.
Yeah, I'm lost for words. Listen, I have a problem now with once we win with this kind of team, I spew bullshit nonstop. I can't stop. So like when I say like this team could go to the Super Bowl, I'm not even joking. Like I genuinely believe that there's a chance that this team could go to the Super Bowl. And like, let's address the first quarter stuff. We are the Bears at heart. We'll always be the Chicago Bears, and that comes with giving us heart attacks every game. And so like even on first drives, like we wait 7 days usually to get this team back on the field. We come back and it's just like 3 and out, or it's the worst throw ever. Like last week, it was Caleb threw that ball to Keenan on the out route, and then it landed like right in JC Horn's hands, and he dropped it. And you're just like, oh my God, he's the lost cause. Like this could be the worst team ever. But then obviously it pans out. I think again, I can't get over this team right now. I just feel like the vibes are immaculate.
Yeah. There was a comment here about Elijah Hicks, Blackwell. I mean, the defensive guys, Hicks, Jones, just stepping up in that secondary. It is coaching, next man up, but it also speaks just to the depth, right? Ryan Poles and how he's assembled this team from top to bottom. It's really impressive. Also being ready, having Cole Kmet ready. It was reported that he practices long snapping on Thursdays every single week. He said it was his worst case scenario, like if he ever had to go in there being the emergency long snapper. But I mean, Kmet is just, he's first of all already solidified himself as a top 5 long snapper in the league. I think there's no debate right now. He was 6 for 6, perfect spirals. Sure, there was a block kick, but that's not on us. That's London. It's weird. It's going to happen. But seriously, top 5 tight end. I want to have that conversation with Cole Kmet. He does what the Bears need him to do. So there are games where, fantasy wise, you could be like, shit, he had no catches, 1 catch, but that means he's blocking. He's doing other things that the offensive game plan is obviously making him do what they feel like this is best fit for the Bears and their success. However, for me, I want to continue to see Kmet offensively involved because he is just a nightmare matchup. Ends in the red zone. They say they practiced that play this week, which testament to the Bears getting there early. They look like the better team. I know they started off really slow in that first quarter, but seriously, they felt very prepared. And the fact that they were, preparing that play in the red zone for Kmet, it looked like they did because it was so easy. Yeah, it was so easy. And then, the throw to Keenan Allen for that touchdown. I know it's an easy throw. You're supposed to make those in the NFL, but it's like the route by Keenan was nasty. You got Caleb putting it perfect to Keenan where he could easily, we've seen him, overthrow it and of course coming down with it. So, good vibes all around, man. I don't want to jump and be like, too excited, but it's like, why not? We're never in this spot. Never. So excited, but I love that the defense stepped up. I hate that Kyler went down. I hate that they're banged up, but hopefully it's not serious with Kyler and you get a week off. And they better flex that matchup against Washington and Chicago. That's got to be a Sunday nighter
for sure. I don't know if they flex this early, but they need to. But
make it happen. You got two of your young rookie quarterbacks playing insane. Yeah, get these guys on national television, please.
Well, what a perfect segue to our game balls. Speaking of Caleb, Keenan, and Cole Kmet, I'll go first here. So let's go with our game ball here. I've got Cole Kmet on the day. I think that was his first touchdown where he dove over the line, but he ended up with 5 receptions, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns, and actually he had 6 long snaps. So because that last field goal, but coming in and being able to just be the emergency long snapper is crazy. And then, obviously from the offensive side of the ball, very, very productive today. That first play easily deserves him an angry run. He basically ran over Andre Sisco and then dove into the end zone, but just like a fantastic day. And I've been saying this from the beginning. One of the biggest things you need from your quarterback is a safety net, a nice safety net. Now, Cole wasn't necessarily the safety net on 3rd down, which we typically see with our tight end. With a tight end, it's good to see that he has someone like Cole Kmet that he can trust. And another thing with Cole Kmet, which no one really talks about that often, he doesn't really drop passes. When the ball is thrown to his area, he's catching it. He may not be getting tons of yak yards. He had his first touchdown today was definitely one of them. But you know that if you throw to Kmet and it's on target, he's probably going to catch it and get you yards. So good to see now that it's been a couple of games where Kmet has kind of gotten over 60 yards, which is great to see from a tight end. So, Dave, what about you? Who is your
Kmet's a good one. This is a good one, but you know who it is. It's Caleb Williams.
Sure.
You only go as far as the quarterback in this league, and he just balled out. He is playing so – we talked about all, first 20 minutes of the show. But seriously, Caleb Williams, best game as a pro by far, but can still get better, and that's exciting. But yeah, 23, 226, left some plays out there. Caleb Williams, number 18, he is just he's awesome, man. He's so fun. I'm so happy that, he's in Chicago and that he seems like he's the real deal, or he is the real deal. I'll say it. And he's just going to continue to arise throughout the rest of the season. And man, to play meaningful football, that's all I asked for this year with a rookie quarterback. I think we're obviously trending in the right direction. This team is 4-2, first time since 2020 to have that good of a start. And Caleb feels like he is getting better and better each week. So for me, game ball, rookie quarterback, have a day in London. So
I ain't mad about that. Jack, who you got?
I got number 13. Finally, we get a game out of Keenan. 5 receptions, 41 yards, 2 touchdowns, average 8.2 yards per catch. We paid this guy. It wasn't pocket change. We paid him good money, come here and be our number 2, and he did exactly that. He looked great. Obviously, 40 yards isn't anything to jump over the moon about, but getting the 2 touchdowns, that was huge. It was really important. What? Say it.
Hey, no. I think you're missing out.
Dave's looking like he's.
I feel like you need to give it to DJ Moore to make up for the body language story.
Apologize 55,000 times.
No. You know what's actually funny though?
No, I'm kidding.
You know what's funny though? They did say we should have a DJ Moore body language meter, so that's kind of funny.
But that's good. We love our meters here at BFR.
Sure. No, but Jack, and I'll let you continue. I think you're missing out a key part. We do. I think Jack, you're missing out a good part though. Is you said 40 yards is nothing to worry about, but how he got those 40 yards are key. 2 of his catches were touchdown catches, and I'm pretty sure every other catch was a third down catch. So Cole Kmet wasn't your safety net this game, but third down, who was Caleb looking to almost every time? Third and long, third and short, right? Continued those drives that ended up being touchdowns, some of them to Keenan. It may not be the yard stat sheet that goes off, but he either put points on the board or he continued drives that ended up leading to points. So
yeah, you could easily spin zone the conversation about Keenan's low yardage because it is low on the year. I think he just hit 100 or something now, but I think that's his role. And we knew that going into this season was he's not going to be that long ball guy that he was in LA last year when they lost Mike Williams and they didn't have anybody else to throw to. And so we knew we were going to have DJ, then we knew we were going to have Rome to be those deeper threats. And Keenan's going to sort of serve that tight end, big body wide receiver. And that's exactly what he did. And he put 14 points on the board for us. So nothing to complain about. I'm super glad that he's coming back alive and no injury doesn't look to be bothering him.
Nope. No drop passes, I don't think either. It seemed like everything that went his way, he caught. So that at least hit his hands. So that's good to see. Yeah, Slot-O-Matic right there.
Keenan was – yeah, he was, because his catches, it wasn't glamorous at times, right? I don't think he had gaudy numbers by any sort. Of course, 2 touchdowns is 2 touchdowns, but those third and 8, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 plays, I think we saw it 3 times, or at least twice that I can remember. It went to Keenan and it went to him quick, and it was, first of all, perfect ball placement, but not the easiest of receptions for Keenan, but he's also a vet. So it's easy to him. It's literally just Caleb's handing him the ball. That's how easy it is for Keenan. I think the drops early on in the season, obviously that touchdown in week 1 comes to mind, is not normal. He is typically money on those. And you saw him today. It was beautiful. His route running, I know he's not the fastest either. And he gets some, some people give him hell for that, but he is such a veteran. You can see it. I think it's really good. I'm not sure if they're going to re-sign him. If you can maybe come to a really good deal for him, I love it. Keep Keenan as your third option is just really cool to have. But as far as his rookie season, you can see it already. Being able to go to a guy like Keenan on 3rd and 5 when you need it, and hey, he's gonna win his one-on-one. It's perfect for a rookie quarterback. It's just another good thing that the Bears have done for him, for Caleb Williams, to set him up and to put him in the position he is, where he is just balling out and just playing football.
We're making it easier for your.
That was an obvious statement. He's playing football. Oh no, shit! Yeah, Caleb Williams playing
really
football.
good take.
Quarterback. Yeah, he is playing. He's playing good football. But you know what I mean, man.
Yeah.
Clip that one. He's Caleb Williams.
For sure. Playing football. No, but hey, look, you're right. Good football is we'll take it, because we have not seen a lot of good football from the quarterback position over the 3 decades or less that we've all been alive. So any game where we can get anything like this.
Yeah. And real quick, I haven't even said it yet. If you're here, Bears fan, you're feeling good, hit that like button. We got a lot of people in the chat. If you can just do us a favor, help promote the show. We're on our road to 10,000 subscribers, almost there. Hit that like button. It's a good way. Maybe a good segue too, if we want, Ficky.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure.
Talk about our shop here, BFR stuff, and then we'll continue with the post-game pod.
Yep, like Dave said, if it's your first time, please give a like and subscribe. It just helps push this show out to more awesome fans like you. We're really trying to build a community here, especially now that this team looks like they might actually be decent or could be good. Like, we're trying to get as many people in here so we can finally enjoy the fruits of our labor and not always have together, right?
As a community.
Yeah, I know, right? Like kumbaya. Like, who would have thought? So I still got a little PTSD, but we're working on it. But if this is your first time, please go ahead and give a like and subscribe. Also, if this is your first time, go ahead and give a hashtag new face gang in the chat. We'll give you a shout out at the end of the show. We love doing that. And if this isn't your first time and you've been here multiple times, please give a hashtag OG in the chat. I know there's a bunch of y'all in here, so we'll make sure to give you a shout out at the end of the show. And again, all of that is free. We appreciate all the support. That is great. But if you want to support us fiscally, right, we do have, wrong one. We do have, sorry, my bad here. We do have a store, BFR store, which you can shop right now. We have hats, hoodies, shirts, all different types of color. Right now, we're working on some new merch that we're going to put in there. We really do appreciate if you want to help us out there. All the proceeds just go back to the show to make better shows for y'all, working on some live stuff, things like that. And then also, if you want to join our ongoing community on Patreon, you can join the BFR Den. That's on Patreon. We have 3 tiers. And in those tiers, we have monthly giveaways, private Zoom calls, mailbag episodes. We're working on much more in that. There's a free tier if you just want to get an idea of what we have going on there. And then we have our rookie tier and then our premium Hall of Fame Grizzly tier in there. So again, if you want to support us that way, we really do appreciate it. If not, it's free to give a like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Word of mouth is great. Again, we're trying to build a ongoing community here with the BFR podcast, because this podcast is from the fans, by the fans, for the fans. And that's what we're trying to do here, is build a giant fan community for this team we love.
Absolutely. Well said, Ficky. We appreciate the support. And like I said, it's only going to continue to get better. I mean, we've potted through some really bad Bears games, and obviously some bad seasons overall. But this is it's a testament. I think everyone deserves it. If you're a Chicago Bears fan, whether you're born yesterday or if you're born in 1960, right? It's about damn time to have a team, and especially a quarterback that is playing like this. And it feels like it's just the longevity factor too with Caleb, just being the way that he plays the game. He's not, you saw today, the way he's taking hits, but when he's running, scrambling, right? He had that cross-body throw to, I think it was Komet, right? Where I thought he was running, but he keeps his eyes down the field. So there's just the way that he plays the game it's a beautiful thing to see if you're a Bears fan, because this could be a 10, 15-year thing in regards to how he plays and at the level he plays. So exciting. Love the support. Again, hit that like button if you can. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, speaking of the man himself, we love our meters here at BFR. Let's see what we have.
Let's knock them all out
for the Caleb meter here. So, all right. So last week I had him in the right before hitting the green, like right in that little section there, the yellow and green. Right now he's in the green section. Look, you can't have a game where you throw 4 touchdowns, 1 bad pick, but overall you have a quarterback rating of above 100. I know we've talked about it ad nauseum already on the show, but the dude balled out. So there's no way that meter is not moving up. And that's all we ask for at the end of this season. We want wins. We want playoff wins. But for this year particularly, we want to walk away and be like, we don't have to do Caleb meters anymore. That's our guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. We have a firm understanding that this is quarterback 1 moving forward, and we are getting closer and closer week by week by week. I know it's a long season, but we're in a good spot right now.
I love it.
All right, Dave, where's yours
I'm
at?
fired up here. So yeah, I wanted you to break that shit, break the meter. I'm so confident. I feel so good about Caleb Williams. I'm not saying he's GOAT status. He's really pointing at it, but he's just, if you really look closely, it's kind of going a little bit below the GOAT, depending on where you look. But I think he is just playing off the charge. Super excited for him, for, like I said, for us, for the city. It's about damn time. So
it's about damn time is correct. We could put that on a shirt for sure. Jack, where's your meter at?
Where's the DJ Moore meter?
You would have thought it was copy and pasted. Caleb Williams is the GOAT.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying that he's not.
Word for word, take for take, Jack.
The GOAT. I am not joking. I think that by the end of the year, think about it. It's possible.
It is.
Top 10 quarterback. Easily by the end of the year. When you want to be the GOAT, though, you have to start somewhere. So we're just starting the GOAT. Like we're at the hoof. Is it hoof? Is that
hoof? Yeah, the foot.
Yeah. We're at the hooves of the GOAT right now. We're just building the GOAT with him. That's all we're doing. I truly think you give me top 10.
I need that graphic.
Yeah, I'm about to do that.
Next graphic, just do hooves. That's where I'm at with him. But in all honesty, I think that he is. I mean, he's unbelievable. He's really damn good. They said on the broadcast at the beginning of the game, I believe I heard it right, was no first overall rookie quarterback has started 3-2.
Sure.
No one has ever started 4-2. No. And then it's going to be 7-2. And then we go through our NFC North gauntlet. We're going 7-2.
Okay. Yeah. So, so we have Arizona, we have
New England,
Commanders, Patriots. That's it, right? So those three? Yeah, we can win those three.
We will.
Oh, this is a very important. This 4-game stretch that you just started with. Well, I guess you can even do with the Rams, right? But the next 3 games are very winnable. Washington's defense is kind of getting cooked.
Yeah, they're not a good defense.
They're calling Jaden Daniels a check down merchant right now. I'm like, that's a little absurd, but I like it for my agenda.
The passing charts don't lie, man. I mean, it looks like he has no left eye. It looks like
that viral one. I could not believe it.
I've never seen something like that in my life.
See, if I post that though, I'm getting killed.
Oh, for sure, because we're the opposing team.
Passing chart.
Yeah.
Anyways, no, I'm happy for Jaden. I think he's an awesome quarterback, but it's about Caleb right now. But
you made a good point. The next three, this has been favorable. These 5 defenses that Caleb has are including the next 3 and the 2 that we just did, the Rams and can't even think of the team we played. Panthers and Jaguars both had bad defenses. The next 3, the Commanders have a bad defense. Arizona does not have a good defense, and the Patriots kind of suck overall. So, it's favorable for Caleb to be able to continue on this track.
We'll win that Patriots game. Not if Caleb even has a down game or something like that. The offense does. That defense should be able to handle.
Sure, there should be like a Tennessee at least.
Yeah, unless he's like Peyton Manning, or something like that. I think we'll be fine.
But there's a good point though, because that will be 5 wins in a row. Right now, we're at 3 wins in a row. And what's important about that, which is a perfect segue here, is that in the Flus era, there's never been a 3-win streak, and that ended today. This is the first 3-win streak in 3 years for the Flus, and it has a possibility to go to 5. So, boom, let's go to the Flus meter, see what we got here. All right, so Flus last week was in the yellow, and he's just moving up. Again, his defense has been fantastic. A mastermind on that defensive side. Like, he has just been killing it. Why he's not even more this game, though, was I don't know if this is exactly him, but we've seen it multiple times this season. Whoever is deciding on whether to challenge a play or not needs to be fired. I'm sorry. It's like the only thing. We didn't have mismanagement of time or clock or anything like that this game. But I swear, every time it's like, you should challenge that, we don't. And every time I'm like, why are we challenging that? We do. That's going to be important to a lot of good teams that we play in the back half when we go through the gauntlet. So that's the only thing really holding like him from being bumped up even more. But what he truly controls, like the defense, stellar. No complaints at all. Yeah. And penalties have been down since like the first couple of weeks. I think we didn't have that many this week at all. So, again, that's great.
Penalties were good. I don't think there was a single false start today on the Bears offense, which is...
There wasn't. Good call.
Hey, how about that, right? Coaching.
Right.
Bring up my Flus meter. Yeah.
What a response.
It's Super Bowl time, baby.
It's almost hard to believe.
Flus, what a turnaround. I know it was a rough start for everybody, but Flus, I really like how he has this team playing, especially just the defense. The defense is so good, man. The way they battled today with, missing two key starters to start the game, and then you have Kyler Gordon down, and they didn't miss a beat. Trevor Lawrence looked like the rookie quarterback, and Flus he is killing these teams defensively, and it's a testament to him, the talent he has around. I'm not saying Super Bowl. I know that was pointing towards the Super Bowl, but seriously, I think as far as Flus goes as a coach, I think you can win with him right now. He's proving that, and I think I don't know how far this team can go with him at the helm, but you have to feel good, and you have to give him his flowers, because he's been close to that hot seat, probably too close for comfort, right? That 4-game starting out 0-4 again, losing that Broncos game last year, it was pretty freaking hot. We wanted him gone, can him, and then even right now this season where you start off slow, right? He's been close sometimes in regards to, now emotions are high, Bears fans, I get it. We were up and down, right? But we're up and we're up and we're up, and hopefully we stay there. So I'm happy for Flus, Caleb, or the meter. I know it's for the entire season, but when you're 4-2, probably should be 5-1. You can't be mad at that. So good for Flus. Happy for him.
I'm leaving this up when I do my
Jack, you creep me out.
Leaving it up. This is my Coach of the Year nominee. I will put money on it. Flus is incredible. I can't believe how good he looks. I have him full meter too. Obviously, I said Super Bowl. Low-key kidding, low-key not. But I think, dude, just like the turnaround of the team, and I know based on like the way that Caleb acts and talks, and then the way that Matt talks in the pressers and stuff, it's just vibes are high. And that's what you need when you're going to have like a fluent team. Like Nagy's vibes were high in 2018, and that's why he won the award. Like it's how it works. It's how it has to work. And so I think Eberflus looks great. I think that you fear the beard. I don't know what's in that beard, but there's something there. I love
a lot of product for sure.
I think Matt's been doing a great job. Huge turnaround. One of the comments said, "How much do you blame him for the offense? What is there? I don't know what there is to blame for anything.
Not now.
How much would I credit him for the offense?
How do we feel with Fear the Flus t-shirt vibes?
Huh. That's not bad. That's not bad.
I would
make it work.
I like that.
Fear the Flus.
Just like a beard thing. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
But fun little stat here. I was trying to do math in my head while you guys were talking. But in the last 14 games, what do you think the Flus's record is? So that's going back to last year, the back half of last year, and counting this year. How many wins?
How many
last
in
14
what?
Out of 14?
Hold on.
I have my guess.
Go ahead, Jack, what he thinks.
Is he 9-5?
10-4 is my guess.
You guys are spot on. It's 9-5. 9-5. Crazy,
quick
right?
Quick math.
Isn't that crazy though?
Well, I went back. I was like, I know he went. Yeah, I was like
3. He went
5
on
that final stretch.
8.
So,
and right now we're 4-2 with a chance to even go up. So that you're now looking at, right? I know it's two different teams, right? Two different teams, but you're looking at almost a full season, continuous, of a sample set, and we're seeing that he is winning more than he is losing, almost 2-1. Now, some of that you got to favor a little bit weaker of a schedule in the first half of this year, right? We'll see how he finishes off. But Jack, like you said in the beginning of the show, you can only control the team that's in front of you, right? You can only play the team that you play every Sunday or Monday or Thursday, right? That's why they always say it's week by week. We're looking and focused on this team. You can't worry about what's about to come or what's to happen. It's just the opponent you have. So overall, the vibes are high. Like you said, Jack, I think that kind of sums it up for literally everything that's going on. Defense is connecting, special teams is connecting, offense is connecting, coaching seems to be doing a good job. No complaints on my end.
Yeah, like when the Chiefs blew us out last year, what was the final score of that? Wasn't it like 40?
It was like 40 something.
Nobody watched that game and was like, oh, that was a fraud win by the Chiefs. They don't look that good. Or like they didn't prove anything. Like that's bullshit. Like it's just because it's Bears and it's Bears fans that we are like hesitant to sort of like credit ourselves. But I mean, again, you can only beat who you play.
And the thing is, though, if it was the complete opposite, it would be a shit show.
Dude,
if we played these teams and it was bad, media would be like, "Oh, this Bears team, blah blah blah." It's like, bro, what? Right. So you can't win either way. It's like,
no, you missed me with that bullshit. That I don't even know if you are saying, "Oh, look who the Bears are playing." Get out of here. Either one, trolling, or you just don't watch football, because they're not just beating these teams.
They're dominating
and forcing their will. You have a rookie quarterback doing what he's doing. Miss me with that. Caleb is, don't take any of this away from any phase of the Bears football team right now. They're playing so damn good. Look at Jaden Daniels. His first 4 defenses, I think, are bottom 5 in the league too. Okay.
Right.
So anyways, apples to oranges.
But also, like, how are you, as Bears fans who have not seen a lot of joy in their life, at least when it comes to football, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why would you then, when the opportunity is there, be like, nah? You know what I mean? It's like, let's say it rains like 3 weeks in a row and the sun finally comes out and you look out there and you go, nah, fuck that. I'm going to stay inside. I'm like, no, go. It's okay. Go outside, get some vitamin D, enjoy the sunlight, because you don't know when it's going to come again. So, so like Angel said,
that's the dumbest thing. Yeah. If I'm not blocking you, but I'm muting you. If I hear any of that in my mentions, it's a total mute button, because like you said, it is so hard to win in the National Football League. You don't take any wins for granted. And it's like I said, these aren't close. These ain't nail biters. It's over by midway third quarter last 2 weeks. And that's how it should be.
And we thought our predictions all thought it was going to be close. So like they did. Yeah. We even went in conservative.
I need to have some balls to call that and be like, hey, come on here. I knew this one was going to be a blowout.
Well, technically the receipts have you closest, but we all went in with a conservative mindset, and they did way more than what we expected. So there's we got to be joyous here. But you want to bring up that super chat before we go to voicemails?
Yeah, Tito.
Questions? Jack, if you don't mind. Tito in here with the $5 super chat saying, meats and potatoes, baby. Deep dish and football is all we know. Caleb is the truth, getting better each week. Exciting time to be a Bears fan. Spot on. We might actually have our franchise quarterback. Yeah. And
hey, thank you, Tito. Crazy. And I'm not going to chill. I want to, but I can't. This is a good time. But let's get to our voicemails. I'm fired up about those as well. I don't know how many we have, but I want to hear them.
Yeah, let's check those out. And then, Jack, if you get those, start with Sam. So Sam sent this one in. I think this is a pregame one yesterday. Yep. So we're going to hear what his thoughts were before we went into this game.
What's going on, gentlemen? Happy Friday to all three of you. Looking forward to this Jags game in London. A game that I think that we should win in a dominant fashion. And that would put us at 4-2 into the bye week. Good time to rest up, recenter, and hopefully build off of a winning record that we'll have. I'm thinking Jalen Jones is going to be totally fine. He's been solid. He's been here. He's been with Flus. And I think that he's going to be able to hold his own against this Jags offense, honestly. Might even have a pick. Bold prediction right there. Secondary bold prediction is going to be Roma Dunze and Keenan Allen, both scoring touchdowns this week as well, too. I just think Caleb's going to throw 4 touchdowns this week. Honest to God, I think this is going to be the one that separates him from the rest of the pack and gets him in the same conversation as Jaden Daniels is like, yeah, this guy's special. Something that we as Bears fans already know, but maybe the media still hasn't really latched onto yet. But hope you guys have a great weekend. Be safe out there. Love BFR Podcast. Keep doing your thing. And bear down, baby. Talk to you guys later.
So before we go on to the next one, Jack, I want to say I was keeping track. 2 for 2 on his takes. That's not bad.
Yeah. I know he missed a couple on purpose because he didn't want to show that he had the script, because that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he had the dominant win, and then he had the Caleb Williams 4 touchdowns. Now he missed on the Keenan Allen and Rombo scoring, and then also there's another one he missed on. But overall, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go to I think this one. Thomas. I think a couple of these may be halftime as well, but go ahead.
Let's fire.
Haven't sent y'all boys a message yet this season. Jerome from Darien. Appreciate y'all boys first and foremost. But second off, how I'm feeling about this half. Bears is balling. We should be up 21-3, but Caleb made a bad throw. He left it behind DJ. Offense should come out and keep rolling. If they don't roll, something's wrong. This should be a blowout. We should all be basically having our feet up and possibly seeing Tyson Bagent in the fourth quarter. That's all I'm saying, because it should be a blowout like that.
Well, we did, Jerome.
Nailed it.
I like that one.
Yeah, he did. We did have our feet up, and Tyson did come in, so appreciate that. All right, let's go to SoBack Sports.
We got our quarterback. There's no freaking way.
Hey,
Good.
quick and short to the point.
I love it.
You're kind of spot on. There's no freaking way. It's kind of hard to believe. And then we have Dave. Let's see if it's ours, actually, because I haven't heard this one.
Gave up an interception, still gave them nothing.
It sounded like that. I think he was in UK at the game.
Yeah.
I want to do it one more time.
Yeah. Play it again.
Gave up an interception, still gave them nothing.
I love it. Still gave up an interception, still gave them nothing. Let's do it. Next one.
Great.
We got a quick super chat here.
From Ken here, $4.99 on YouTube. Thank you, Ken. We finally have our dude. We needed to stack big dollars on the offensive line when Caleb stayed in the pocket. His throws were on point. Thoughts? Absolutely.
No, that's money. Ken, the thing is, that's going to happen this year. You're going to see it, whether it's probably double dipping in free agency and the draft. You're going to hit the offensive line, because when you, like you said, you realize you have your guy, you got to protect him. For sure. And that's the part of being on a rookie contract. They can address so many needs this offseason because of that value they have with that contract in Caleb. So thank you for the super, though. Appreciate it, Ken.
Yeah, appreciate it, Ken. Yo, that's funny because I watched the Alabama game yesterday just because I know that 3 of their offensive linemen are projected to go in the first round. So I was already doing I put on my Ryan Poles hat and was scouting. Yeah. So, but absolutely, they'll definitely put a lot of money into both the trenches, which will make me very happy. So let's go to Josh here.
I'm very impressed with the first half from the Bears. I love the play calling in the second quarter by the offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. Defense as sharp as ever. You know, you expect that with the Bears. They've had our back. They've stepped up when we needed them to, and they helped boost the momentum in the second quarter for us. I think Caleb's done pretty damn good. You know, obviously he had that interception. You know, as Bear fans, we would have loved to have been able to, you know, see that. That would have had so much excitement for us. That's like the one thing you can put on him. But I think the thing that excites me most as a Bears fan is how he responded after that. He, you know, you could see he was walking off the sideline. He was frustrated. And then I saw in your tweet, you even said, like, you posted his celebration, and you could see how much it meant to him. And I love this dude's attitude. I love how fired up he gets, and I'm excited. I hope we close this out.
Well, we did.
Sounds good. Yeah,
Next.
we did.
Love that voicemail, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for calling in. And then this is the last one here with Gage, who is one of our Patreon members. So let's hear it.
The Bears finally winning in dominant fashion. I don't even care that Caleb Williams threw the interception earlier. It really felt like it was finally Caleb Williams' coming out game, and I am 100% here for it.
Love it. Short and sweet.
Absolutely.
We're all here for it
Seriously.
too, as well.
No angry voicemails. Awesome change. Appreciate everyone that sends them in. Again, if you want to do it, just follow us on Twitter or even the BFR Twitter. You'll see us when we tweet it out. It's a super easy link. You hit it. You can record it from your iPhone. Basically, hit the button, you hold it, and you just talk to it, release it. We get the voicemail. So you're not calling a number, really. It's super, super easy. No reason you shouldn't do it if you want to get your voice on the pod, get your opinions out there. But again, as always, you guys delivered. We appreciate it. I love voicemails. So
they are great. I love hearing other people's opinions. We hear each other's opinions all the time, so we know each other, but it's good to hear what other people.
Yep. Unfortunately, we hear Jack's. Yep.
One more time.
Huh?
No. That's hot mic. No. I love Jack's positive ones because it's always like Super Bowl bound.
Oh,
like,
you want to update? Yeah, dude, this one's a little sad. So my Bears parlay, not the best this week. I had Caleb Williams over 1.5 touchdowns, Trevor Lawrence over 1.5 touchdowns, Cole Kmet over 32.5 yards. This is where I got kind of screwed. Rome Odunze over 41.5 receiving yards. He got 40. And then Brian Thomas shit the bed. I had over 57.5 receiving yards because of the banged up Bears secondary. Well, he got held to 27. So
he dropped that one in the red zone too.
It wouldn't have been a touchdown. I need to get him some yak on there, but yeah, I ended up winning $12 on a $30 flex, so I lost by 18. Almost again, this was a 5-pick lineup, $30 to pay $300 if I hit all of them. If I hit all 5 out of the 6, it would have been $65, something like that. So came close. I was hoping Rome would get maybe one more yard, but hey, on to next week, right? Well, I guess the bye week, so I'm gonna win that week, of course, and then, but that Washington, I don't know if I'm gonna have a parlay. I think that one's a little nerve wracking, especially if they flex it. I might just chill, save my money, and keep my sanity, I guess.
For sure. That sanity is nice. Yeah. All right, before we head out, let's go ahead and look at these some of these OGs, Jack, if you don't mind. Okay. So we have Thomas Woody here on YouTube. He said, trying to stay up for y'all before I fall asleep. Hashtag OG. Look, get your sleep. It's all we appreciate it. This was an early one for a lot of us. Gage, who had it from the first post, had hashtag OG. Jack's body language.
Not even commenting.
Let's go to the next one. I'm sorry, Jack. Alex Hamilton, hashtag.
Oh, didn't even see. We didn't even talk about that.
No, love the icy veins this week. That was dope.
Yeah, that celebration that Caleb, if you didn't see it, ice in his veins celebration after, I think, the Komet touchdown, the second one.
It was the third and long. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a hell. Again, the way he plays, the fire, the passion, the aura that he has, it's awesome, right? And then he also, his post-game fit, he looks like you go look at it's on Twitter. I think it's kind of funny. Someone said he looked like the Pink Panther in his suit. It was pretty funny. But yeah, that celebration, Alex, you're right on, man. That was awesome.
Dave, you know what I missed though? The crown.
DJ Moore.
The
crown. We haven't seen that yet. I bet. Hot take.
Hot take. Yeah.
If he beats the Packers, he's gonna pull it out.
I would die on my couch. I would die.
I never
bet
know.
He's saving it. Knowing Caleb, he's probably saving it for like the Packers is the one team.
Oh my God,
can never beat. You
There's
beat
a
the
new
Packers,
king.
Crown.
Yeah, well, because Aaron always had something, right? He had the discount double check. Of course, he had I own you. Yeah. Oh man, Ficky, that's like good.
Crack, bro. So
tweet that. Tweet that. And
for sure.
TikTok that. That's a good clip right there. Need it.
Yeah, and then in peril here with the hashtag OG, the Bears fucking Run to North podcast. I love it, man. I love those.
I like that too. Bears fucking Run to North podcast.
Yeah, that's good.
Oh, that's good.
That is good. And then we got hashtag plastic. Oh, sorry. From Plastic Rockets, hashtag OG Bears sipping tea. I love that celebration. That was awesome. Keenan's first touchdown. That was hilarious. And then Ken here, who gave the super chat. Appreciate it, Ken, with the hashtag.
Yeah, thank you, Ken.
OG. Well, that's
it was a lot of fun, man. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll finish up.
We got one more. Eduardo Garcia, again, I love your Abby. I'm going to say it every week. Oh, hashtag OG. Brisker tweeted, no, don't try to jump shit. We all remember. Quiet emoji. W, Bears win. It was kind of funny to see Brisker live tweeting during the game.
It was cool.
Yeah, I know.
It was bittersweet because I'm like, man, I wish you were out there. At the same time, pretty cool to have a Bears starter just tweet like that, like us, you know? But I agree with that. I mean,
shout out Hicks, though. Shout out Hicks. He saved that touchdown. Gabe Davis, first quarter. That was huge. So,
yeah, I want to give Kevin Byard also some love because I know we ended up scoring a touchdown, I think, eventually, but that was a hell of a breakup pass in that end zone. He's so good, so reliable, underrated.
Remind me, did we do a 1 year or a 2 year deal with him?
2 years.
Okay, good.
He's locked in for 2 years.
Gotcha. So I mean, we could cut him next year, but like that's good that we at least have him for one more. I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
One final note of the game that I wanted to give was the ball. I think it was the third quarter. The ball T-Law threw to Brian Thomas on the sideline that almost looked like a walk-in touchdown. And who was it? TJ Edwards.
Yeah,
that was like in coverage. Yeah, I thought it was so funny to me that the commentators were like, and that was incredible defense. When that was maybe the worst pass I've ever seen in my whole life.
So underthrown. What's the worst underthrow?
Yeah.
What's the worst underthrow?
If TJ turns around or just had any idea the ball was coming, and he knew that would have been a pick. But also, that's our linebacker in coverage, dude, against Brian Thomas Jr., one of the most electric rookies right now. Probably not the best matchup, but he held his own.
Yeah,
right?
Probably not the best matchup. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But he did his job because Trevor does not look good.
Another final thought. Trevor Lawrence, man, what a disappointment. He was crowned as some franchise changing, and he had some moments.
That's what happens when you get drafted by a really shitty team and a really shitty organization, and then you learn bad habits and you lose your coach.
They have such a good offensive line for the most part. They have some weapons.
Yeah.
Christian Kirk, the running game. I mean, offensively, I don't. They
I
just kind of bit
think
themselves. They shot themselves in the foot in regards to just like turnovers,
coaching.
right?
Penalties too. They had one drive
Yeah.
where they were literally marching down the field. Or no, they were stopping
Bears
us.
were.
We were on offense, yeah. And they got like 3 defensive penalties in a row.
Well, they were
It's like,
stopping
oh,
us
what are you
because
doing?
when you disrupt a route like that, like Rome and even Keenan, like
True,
those guys
true.
are right. Caleb is, first of all, he's an elite processor already. I'll say it. He's going to get to those guys. Like he was looking at Rome on one play. Rome was held, right? Keenan was held on another. And I think Rome got him again. They held him again. So it's like that disrupts the entire flow of that play for Caleb, who is going read to read to read. I'm not sure where they are, right? You have to look at the all 22, but yeah, I know people are like, oh, why are they calling this? Like, no, call that shit because it's disrupting everything.
Oh no, the calls were right. It's just like coaching.
Yeah.
Like again, you get back to back penalties.
Yeah.
It's like, dog, come
I don't
on.
even know, man. I think it's just like it must be hell to have to go against those Bears weapons sometimes because like
For
Rome, Keenan, double moves. You got DJ Moore you have to deal with. DeAndre
Cole
Swift,
Kmet.
you scared to death. He catches a screen because he's taking it 20 plus probably. And then Cole Kmet, right? And then big dog Mercedes Lewis as well.
This
Had a
first
nice
catch.
little
We love
first
these.
catch, right?
And-
And it was a first down.
Yeah,
Even though they tried everything to say it wasn't, it was.
Sure.
Didn't even need a review. So, yeah,
All right,
hell of a game.
Yeah, before
What'd
we
you
head
say?
out, like Thomas Whitty said here, please like,
Yeah.
subscribe before you head out. Just go ahead and click it. You can close us and have a wonderful rest of your day. But please like and subscribe if you haven't already. So.
Good stuff. Apple, Spotify listeners, we got a lot of you out there as well. Keep doing it. Review, rate the pod, download it if you like. We'll be back midweek, maybe. It's different. No injury report this week, so we might have a Wednesday show for you. Kind of recap the first 6 games of the season and have some fun with it. So appreciate y'all. Road to 10K is still ongoing, 10K subs. So again, like button, subscribe if you're new. If you're watching this after the live stream, we appreciate you. We'll see you here midway through the week.
Peace.